Hi, my name is speech.Drefs. I'm a senior at Idaho State University, and through my years of college, I have learned a couple things that, that people may warn you about or they may give you advice about, but I don't think you truly learn about it till you, actually go live on your own or you attend college. Like one of those would be basically time management. Like you do not know how to properly separate your time until you actually have to do it. I mean, you could sit there and say, I will, but until you actually have to put so much time aside for this class, and then make sure you still have a personal and social life. And then another one would be just, your financial life. Basically being able to save money, pay for tuition. And that kind of actually ties in with what I'm going to talk about, and that is, the hunger crisis and poverty. There's a stat out there that 1 in 6 Idahoans do not know where their next meal is going to come from. And then 1 in 4 children do not know where their next meal is going to come from. And that has a huge impact for people in college just due to the fact that if you're taking a test on an empty stomach, you are not going to be able to perform at your best ability. And we're really laying down the foundation for our future. So if we can't get the best GPA possible, if we can't, pass certain classes to graduate just due to hunger, that is a huge issue that I think the community and Benny's Pantry is actually trying to accomplish. So where I had the impact of someone that is going through hunger problems and poverty, I had a coworker, every time at noon he would leave, and we went to see him. And then one time I went and volunteered at the soup kitchen, and I saw him there. And he was embarrassed to see me, so he just took off and he left out of embarrassment. And I always had a negative mindset towards stuff like that, as in if you had to go there, you failed in life, which is not true at all, because him and I had the same pay, same hours, basically same everything, but he just had some kids and a wife, and he had to make certain sacrifices. So it really, really put it in a picture of how hunger is in basically this community. So basically some of the topics or categories that we're going to cover throughout this would be, advice on nutrition, obtaining healthy, nutritious food, the knowledge of poverty and hunger by itself, and how you could benefit your community. So one common thing that everyone hears all the time is how obesity rates are always rising. You'll hear it on social media, you hear it everywhere. And it's because people, if they do have the money, they do not have the proper knowledge of nutrition. And that's one thing, Ridley's does this cool thing in Pocatello where they'll actually take people through and they will show them how to eat proper, nutritious food and what may be more processed and what be actually more nutritious and more beneficial for your body. Because we all know that when you try to eat healthy, the food is way more expensive. Because for $10, you might be able to get just a handful of vegetables, but you could get a big thing of cheese puffs and a whole bunch of Twinkies. So, even though that you can have more food in the actual mass of food and just junk food, it is not beneficial or nutritious for your body. So eating a whole bunch of Cheetos one night and then go taking a test is not overall beneficial for you as a human. And the knowledge may be hard to obtain because a lot of people just kind of eat till they're full. So, in the survey I conducted, a lot of people, they would rather just have the easy TV dinner or a quick meal instead of a well-cooked dinner. And, and the thing is, I was the same way until I realized that, a well-cooked dinner, it actually does not take you that long. And I was getting all those essential carbs and those proteins that I needed instead of just an easy throw in the microwave pizza or, quick pasta. And and then another thing is basically when people, they just don't have the money for it. They need the essential foods. And the cool thing about Benny's Pantry is they'll basically take any student with an ID card. I think you have to fill out a waiver first, and they'll show you the proper food, and they'll give you the proper food. So that is one thing when people want to donate, when they want to volunteer, they don't, if you just want to take in a whole bunch of cans of food, they only take certain cans of food because they're not going to, just give out bags of marshmallows or stuff like that. They want to give out food that will actually benefit people. So, and then one thing, I had a buddy, he actually went there, and he told me the one thing they do is they just inform people about the poverty rates. And that's what I learned from this presentation, creating this presentation all over, was basically how there was a huge hunger issue. And, my family is well off, and I just never really understood the facts. And then when I moved out and had to actually start paying for my own stuff, how I didn't know that I wouldn't be able to get the proper nutritious food. And it took till when I was a sophomore that I actually got the knowledge. I obtained the knowledge of people who are saying, no, you can't just keep buying this food that that you think is good for you. So, and the last one would be volunteering, and that was one thing that I'll probably have to start doing myself, and that's one thing that we're asking you to help us with is to help volunteer to Benny's Pantry, because they need people to take inventory. They need people to help stock the shelves. They need someone to help get waiver signed, and then at the end, I always, instead of throwing away some food now, I might look and see if I can do anything better with it. Because there is a problem in the community with hunger, and I know that if I was a college student, which I am, if I could just help some other college student with his hunger and it could actually benefit him, I would do it over and over again. So if you could reach out and help us, that would be awesome. Thank you.